Finally, some good news out of Indianapolis. The kind of news that lights a fire under the horseshoe, making every Colts fan stand a little taller. It's been a roller coaster season so far, with the offense finding its rhythm but the defense hungry for that game-changing edge. Whispers from the front office had us all on edge leading up to the deadline, wondering if they'd pull the trigger on something bold. And now, it's official, a move that's shaking up the AFC South and beyond. If you're part of this crew, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, and join the conversation. This community runs on real fans like you. Here's the bombshell. The Indianapolis Colts just traded second-year wide receiver Adonai and 2 first-round picks to the New York Jets for All-Pro cornerback Sauce Gardner. Yeah, you heard that right, Sauce. The shutdown artist who's redefined what it means to lock down receivers is now wearing blue and white. This isn't just any swap. It's a statement from Chris Ballard and the crew that they're all in on contending now. Let's break it down. The deal went down on Tuesday, but the groundwork, it was laid out weeks ago. NFL Network's Ian Rappaport spilled the details. The Colts were dead set on moving Mitchell before the deadline, no matter what. If the Jets hadn't bitten, the Cleveland Browns were lined up to send a late-round pick for him. Mitchell drew real interest around the league, and for good reason. The kid's got tools. But in Indy, it just wasn't clicking. Flashback to last year. The Colts snagged Mitchell 52nd overall out of Texas, stepping into a crowded whiteout room. Alec Pierce was coming off underwhelming seasons, and the hope was Mitchell would either push him or take his spot. Instead, Pierce lit it up with 824 yards, leading the team. Mitchell. 23 catches on 55 targets over 17 games, splitting time between Joe Flacco and Anthony Richardson. No real chemistry, no breakout moments. This season started with promise. 9 receptions for 152 yards in 8 games. But let's talk about that one play in Week 4 against the Rams, a 75-yard catch and run that had the stadium erupting. Mitchell tried to showboat, extending the ball over the goal line, and fumbled it out the back for a touchdown. Heartbreaker, then Alec Pierce returns from injury and poof, Mitchell's usage tanks. Healthy scratch against the Cardinals. The writing was on the wall. Reggie Wayne, the wide receivers coach and Colts legend, had nothing but praise for Mitchell. He's got it, Wayne said, highlighting his potential despite the struggles. But the front office saw the big picture. With Pierce on pace for 1,000 yards, his first crack at it, and free agency looming next offseason, they weren't about to let uncertainty linger. Trading Mitchell clears the path, signals confidence in the core. And those 2 firsts, steep price, but for Sauce Gardner worth every pick. Sauce isn't just a player, he's a culture shifter. At 24, he's already an all-pro, picking off passes like it's his job because it is. In New York, he was the cornerstone of that Jets secondary, but now he's anchoring Indies. Imagine him blanketing top receivers, turning potential touchdowns into picks for Richardson to feast on the other way. The Horseshoe faithful have waited for a defense that bites back, and this is it. But it's not all roses. Losing Mitchell means leaning hard on Pierce and the rest, Michael Pittman Jr., Josh Downs, to keep the offense humming. Richardson's arm talent is there, but consistency, that's the key. This trade screams belief in the young QB, surrounding him with weapons while fortifying the back end. Blue blood running deep, the Colts are betting on now. As the dust settles on this blockbuster, let's zoom out on what it means for the blue blood and horseshoes. The Colts offense has been clicking without Mitchell on the field anyway. His diverse route tree, impressive on paper, but snaps were scarce. Pierce's emergence, that 824-yard season, pushed the team to prioritize stability over potential. Extending Pierce looks like a lock now, backed by Wayne's endorsement. No deep threat lost here. Pierce can stretch the field, and with Richardson slinging it, the sky's the limit. Sauce Gardner's arrival flips the script on a defense that's been solid but not elite. Last year, Indy ranked mid-pack in pass defense, allowing too many big plays. Sauce changes that. His instincts, his ball skills, 2023 alone, he had 4 picks, leading the league in passes defended. Pair him with DeForest Buckner up front and the linebacker crew, and you've got a unit that can dominate. It's the kind of move that echoes through Lucas Oil Stadium, with fans chanting under those bright lights. Of course, the cost stings. 2 first-rounders, that's mortgaging the future for the present. But in a league where windows close fast, it's calculated risk. Mitchell heads to New York, where he'll get those reps he craved, behind Garrett Wilson, sure, but in a pass-heavy offense. For him, it's a fresh start. For the Jets, adding a young receiver with upside alongside those picks to rebuild. Reggie Wayne's comments hit home. Despite the trade, he sees Mitchell's fire. Kid's got heart, he said, and you believe it. But Indy's choice was clear, build around what's working. Pierce's pace this year, on track for over 1,000, validates that. If he hits free agency without an extension, it will be a shocker. The front office isn't sleeping on it. This trade ripples through the AFC. The Jets get assets to surround Aaron Rodgers or whoever, while the Browns dodge a bullet by missing out. For Colts Nation, it's validation. After drafts heavy on offense, flipping script to defense shows maturity. Richardson's growth ties it together, fewer mistakes, more explosiveness. Picture it, Sauce picking off a deep ball, returning it for 6. The crowd roars, horseshoes gleaming. That's the vision. Seasons turn on moves like this. Frustration from Mitchell's fumbles fades against the promise of a lockdown secondary. Fans, this is your team, resilient, bold. The community's buzzing from tailgates to timelines. Share your take. Does Sauce push them to the playoffs? Drop it below. We've got the heart, the history. Under the horseshoe, anything's possible. Stay locked in. More news coming. Colts forever.